Show. This is the Big O 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 Show. This.
So here's the putting green. See? There you go. Got two flags. One is over there where Cutter's Edge Pro. It's not coming out now. Come on. Come on, wind. Give me a little wind. No, unfortunately. But there you go. And this one says Big O here. There you go. So there's my putting green. It's about, I would say about 25 feet, something like that. I get to practice, have a little fun. See? And then, of course, we got, the bunkers. Got to have the bunkers, man. Got all kinds of bunkers there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a taste of our backyard. There's Maiden right there. Maiden. Bono, how you doing, Bono? Bono. He's a Carolina dog, by the way. These dogs are amazing. Their temperaments are awesome. But there is the Sylvester Palm, which is just beautiful. All right, call my guys, Will and Mike at Cutter's Edge Pro. They will take care of you. Dogs are not included, okay? Can't include the dogs. Those are mine. But the exceptional work, oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yes. Make your home an oasis. CuttersEdgePro.com. Go to their Instagram page, by the way, so you can see a lot of the before and after work that they do. And it is exceptional, baby. This thing's been on here for about 9 months. No grass growing through it or anything like that. Right, Bono? Huh? Bono!
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 16 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive the new 2024 MDX, $469 a month during our 16th anniversary sale.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-NE.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
Take a journey to our Caribbean paradise at Toyota of Hollywood. Get in the groove with great deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a Corolla, not 24,000, just 17,975. You'll be cruising and chilling with super low 2.99% financing. Feel the rhythms of the Caribbean today at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty. Good morning, boys and girls. We are ready to rock and roll from Caneswear in Davie. Yes, as promised, 2655 South University Drive here in Davie. Come on by. There's no doubt when I leave from here, I will be leaving with a Spada's sub. Yeah. I mean, the other day I had a hankering for a sub. I drove all the way up here for it. Okay. And I got myself, a hat for myself. I got a hat for my daughter. Got Caneswear. So I as they say, I killed two birds with one stone. Right? Can you say that anymore? Does PETA allow you to say that? I don't know. We just killed we killed two birds with one stone.
Look,
PETA people might be picking on me for something like that.
we'll see. If PETA comes after us, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
If PETA's anything like YouTube, I'm sure they're going to go after us. Give us a minute.
Okay. All right. PETA people going after me now for that. Not like pita chips? What are
I
pita
can't stand
chips?
pita chips. I don't know. My kid likes them. I can't stand them.
Is that what happens after I killed the two birds with the stone? They end up as pita chips?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Every time you kill two birds with one stone, that's how pita
chip appears?
is created.
Oh, all right.
So, that's kind of what your kid is doing right there. He's enjoying the fruits of my labor.
There we go. Thank you.
We're here to provide,
Yes,
bro. You know?
Carry on for us.
The older must lead and provide, and that's what we do here, killing many birds with one stone. That's kind of the way it is. So that's kind of the way we start off a show. Anyway, welcome aboard. We are home. We are here, baby. Miami Fanwear. We got Canes wear here at Miami Fanwear. We got anything and everything with the Canes logo on it. I'm staring at a row of beautiful Dolphins hats, all classic logo, except towards the end, they've got the damn whale. But, some of you like the whale. And then we've got a bunch of Heat stuff here. And in the front, there's a ton of Dolphins, Heat, Panthers, championship Panthers gear. We got sandals galore here for the Canes, flags, all kinds of stuff. So if you want to sport a Dolphins, a Canes, an Inter Miami flag, we got them all here, man. We got them all here. We got tents for you so you can actually tailgate now for the upcoming Cane season or Dolphin season or the Inter season. Do they tailgate in the Inter games? Because it's such a pain in the ass. Jesus.
I guess if you get there early enough, you might as well get there early and tailgate, because why?
Right, the hardcore people,
Actually,
those fanatics. They're
maybe
probably
the smart people probably get there way early, so they have to deal with that. Again, I don't know if they figured out a better way of doing it.
Yeah, they get there hours before so they can start drinking, and they can play still with some field that's left before the cars get there.
Yep.
And
rather than go in the mud pit, that's the media area.
Right. Yeah. Employees, you guys park here. This is a mud pit. Yeah. That was an interesting time. It had a lot of potential, but wow, they crash and burn. Anyway, kind of a light day in sports. I can't bullshit you, really. Today there isn't a ton of stuff. There's one thing on the crypto front that I do want to mention for you Jasmine lovers out there. If you're a Jasmine person like I am, I'm interested to see what happens with Jasmine. Why? Because, right now it's not like an up day. It's kind of a down. And Jasmine's right around the 3 cent mark. It's down 4.5%. But I'm interested to see where it goes because in Japan, they just raised the rates again 0.25%. And they've been just killing, because of what happened in the past with them. They are trying to avoid the mess of the past. And they have had this whole tightening forever, and it's just killed their yen. And so it's interesting to see what happens because Jasmine has kind of been known to be maybe the future currency for them down the line almost. And so, it's holding, and I wonder what happens as they continue tightening there in Japan. See, here we're about to go down next month. So I'm just follow it right now for the next couple of days and see if it goes against anything and it goes up at all and it kind of responds to what's going on in Japan, because sometimes what normally happens when you raise the rates, volatile assets or high risk assets, which is, whether it's, gold or whatever it's considered, crypto, whatever, everything goes down normally. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on that one. So keep your eye on that, and we'll see what develops from that. Just a little side note, just in case if you're a Jasmine follower, and does it veer off the regular path of crypto where when Bitcoin runs, Jasmine really pumps. So will this give it any extra juice? Is the question. So just in case, if you see it move, remember what I told you, and you're going to put one and one together. You're going to go, oh, wait a minute, because you guys aren't following what's going on in Japan. I mean, I'm just, I'm a nutbag. What can I tell you? But yeah, we'll see if it, it affects it. Anyway, J-Town is number 1, I see, on the roll call. Nice job by you, J-Town. Thank you. He says, you're not the only one praising Quentin Bell at camp. Hope the dude is able to stick for us. Well, we'll see. But right now he's playing well. And I give credit where credit is due. And that's what, and I said, I mentioned Quentin Bell before even Quentin Bell started performing. When Shaq Barrett retired, go look in my tweet, and it's there, and you'll see it. And I said, hey, man, this is an opportunity right now for Quentin Bell and even Cameron Good. So Quentin Bell has stepped up, has taken advantage of it. He's young. He's athletic as hell. And, the Quentin Bell factor is the same thing as Ezekiel Vandenberg. It's the same thing as any of these other fringe players that you have on your team at that position that can play outside, that can rush the passer, all that kind of stuff. If you can actually find, this is the year, this is the moment to find a diamond in the rough at that position. This is the time. So you have a bunch of those young linebackers out there, pass rushers. You got to hope that Kamara busts out. You got to hope that Chop busts out. You got to hope that then a Quentin Bell, who becomes what you lost, already in AVG. That you got to find that guy, and you got to hope that guy is on the roster this year. And maybe Quentin Bell is that guy. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but it would be really, really nice, because you cannot rush Jalen Phillips back and Bradley Chubb back. You want to keep them long term. You don't want to try to suffer any kind of setbacks. You don't want to act desperate, that kind of stuff. So, yes, Calais Campbell's going to give you something. Chop should give you something. Kamara should give you something. You're going to get something from the other guys, but there needs to be a surprise. There needs to be a shocker. It's not something, it's whoa. It's the guy you don't want to bench when your two guys come back. And you're like, okay, no, he's got to be part of that rotation. So that's what this is all about. Will Quentin Bell stick, J-Town? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I can only tell you what I see, what I'm watching with my eyes when I'm out there. And it's nice to have a guy that has been here since last year. System's different, by the way, but he's a young guy, and he's got the right coach that can communicate with him and give him an opportunity. Because last year, clearly, Fangio didn't have he wasn't going to make the time, because he wasn't going to be here a long time, and he knew it. I'm sure he knew it at some point in the season, and he's just like, nah, I'm going to do things my way. And, either you give me the pieces that fit. I'm not going to be adjusting my stuff just for this guy or that guy. I am not doing that. I'm set in my ways, and that's cool. And there's nothing wrong with being set in your ways if you're successful. I was talking about that with somebody in camp, and I told them, hey, has Warren Buffett adjusted to Bitcoin? No. Does he need to adjust to Bitcoin? No. No. What's Warren Buffett got left in life? You know what I'm saying? He's got billions. What does he need Bitcoin right now for? He doesn't. So he doesn't need to adjust to what's coming. And that's all right, dude. If it works for you. Frankie's Pizza has been on Bird Road and 92nd, 94th, whatever the hell it is. It's been there for nearly 60 years. They make pizza the same way for 60 years. Do they need to change? No. You know what's the most they changed? They started taking credit cards like maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. Oh, no, it was the pandemic that forced them to take credit cards. Frankie's Pizza started taking credit cards. The pandemic, my brother. Okay, that's the only adjustment they've made. Outside of that, Frankie's Pizza is the same pizza I got when I was a kid in the 80s. Same pizza. Same delicious square pizza. Awesome. Sometimes you don't need to change, and that's all right. It's good. We're all right with that. You know, if your product is what it is, you know, you don't have to. La Spada next door, they don't need to change, dude. They don't need to change a goddamn thing. Forgive the language, but that's just the way it is. Nothing. They make their subs, they kick ass, the bread's delicious. Bam, bam, bam. They're throwing it in the air from one person to the other. Boom, it's over. It's a show. Yeah, you got your sub, you walk out your door, and you're home free. And it's been like that since I was covering the Dolphins in the 90s, going to La Spada, and now. So, you know, sometimes you don't need to change. And Fangio didn't need to change. But Weaver does. Weaver's a guy that's going to adjust, and he's going to reach Cater Kohu, who was making plays yesterday, who's looking good, who's looking like himself. He was playing with swag yesterday. And I like that. And that's what you need. You need to be playing, you need to do things with confidence. You can't do things with a lack of confidence. That's not going to allow you to achieve. You think Canes where it got here to where it's at with a lack of confidence? Started in a warehouse, bro. Now they every time they get bigger, they fill it up quickly, and then they got to get bigger than that now. And they're probably already thinking about where what are we gonna do now? How are we gonna expand? Because this place is already getting jacked again. This thing's blowing up like Barry Bonds' head in the middle of a home run chase, going for 70. So, you know, young players are going to excel. Quentin Bell will have an opportunity of a lifetime. Vandenberg, whatever, any of these cats, whenever Cameron Good comes back, they're all going to have an opportunity because Chubb and Phillips are out. And they're not going to be back full strength deep into the season. And they're not going to be themselves till 2025. Let's be honest. Okay, so a surprise is needed. Let's hope it's Quentin Bell. Let's hope Kamara does some and Chop. But one of them has to be special. It's John Offerdahl. You know, it's one of those. It's the Zach Thomas. We haven't had one of those. Oh my God, who's this Western Michigan? Right? Was it Western Michigan Offerdahl? I want to say something like that. Okay, this guy's from Texas Tech, and he's like 4'2". Who is this guy? Zach Thomas. You know, and then all of a sudden they become, yeah, and it would be nice to have one of those again. It would be nice to have one of those young guys because I'm old enough to remember John Offerdahl coming out of the 5th round, I believe, also something like that. And Zach was definitely 5th round. No, maybe was Offerdahl. No. 2nd round. That's what it was. 2nd round. Yes. 56. That's where the 5 is at. 56. Right. 2nd round. It is Western Michigan. There you go. So I remember that when, you know, it's nice to have that. And it would be nice to have one of those guys just pop. And it would relieve a little pressure. So when you're getting Phillips back and you're getting Chubb back, you're like, all right, we're really rolling now. And the more of these pass rushers you have, the more you can get after Josh Allen, the more you can get after Pat Mahomes, the more you can get after Joe Burrow, the top passers that you need to bring down. You're going to need a lot of those guys. And that was proven that whenever Brady lost, it's because you got to him. And Brady would have trouble when he was down here because you got to him. You know what I'm saying? And when he lost those Super Bowls to the Giants, it's because you got to him. So it would be really nice if a pass rusher steps up for the Miami Dolphins. By the way, Welton Rayom will step up for you, 954-966 46. I know a lot of people are having issues financially. They tell you that we're getting down to 2%. They've fudged the numbers now for the last 20, 30 years in fixing these inflation numbers. And we know it's probably somewhere in the 6, 7% and all that. Inflation's here to stay, folks. It's just manipulation of the numbers, but it's not your fault. And so it happens. We're trying to balance. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and maybe you've rung up too many of your credit cards. So a lot of folks are having bankruptcy issues. Please call Welton Rayom. They can help you get out of those issues. Homeowner property damage, condo damage, business owner claims, folks. Listen, you have a busted water pipe from a neighbor at a condo or a townhouse. You had water damage after a rainstorm, because now it's not about hurricanes anymore. It's not just only hurricanes, is what I should say. Now it could be a downpour that just came out of nowhere on a Tuesday afternoon, and you had no idea that a system was coming and dropped a quick 3 inches and floods all over, and all of a sudden you've got damage. Wind, folks, you could suffer roof damage starting at 40 miles an hour. Did you know that? So if you start seeing those brown spots, call Welton Rayom. They will send their adjusters. They will see if there's any leaks, any problems, and if there is, they're going to go and take on the roofing, the insurance companies, and get you a new roof and get that thing fixed. So call them, 954-966-4646, personal injury, criminal defense, Sean Kingston, anybody else out there, call. I'm telling you, Daniel Rayom, the man's a stunt pilot. So, he's when he walks into a court, this guy's a stunt pilot. Come on, bro. Ice veins. Jeff Welch is an absolute badass. By the way, he's also a big Dolphins and Canes fan and big music guy, too. Big music guy. So 954-966-4646. Our listeners have called from everywhere in South Florida and Florida. We've got listeners calling from Central Florida now, from Northern Florida. So call them. The consultation's free. 954-966-4646. All right. Let me see what else. NorCal is waking and a bacon. NorCal, let's see. So it's 8:27 over there. All right. That's the breakfast of champions, right? That's what they say. All right. Let's see. Steve Chapman has missed the last couple of shows. Watching yesterday's show now on YouTube. Every 5 minutes or so, they interrupt the show with ads. Not your ads. Oh, political ads. Yeah. Well, it's the political season, bro. There's the red and the blue are at it. The elephants and the donkeys. So it is what it is. Oh, yeah. If you don't have YouTube Premium, yeah, of course. Definitely. For sure. But that's kind of, do you blame them? This is a great time for them to make money. There's a lot of money out there for political ads. You can't blame them, dude. It's business, So what are you going to do? Jamie Zoria out in Torreon, Mexico. It is hump day. He says to smash it and the like button too, please. Let's go. Smash that like button. Brian Landis, Oscar Rojas. Yes, sir. Steven Gonzalez, Woodson, Jonathan Dill, Luis Medina. Blessing that Dolphin Nation. Ray Sosa, Kyle Cockrell. Says Caspa just hit an all-time high, passing 20 cents, while the rest of the market is red. All this without a Tier 1 exchange listing. It's just past Pepe and ICP in market cap. Get your Caspa before it's too late. Kyle's been on it. Been telling you from the get-go, and he's not a financial advisor either. Right, Kyle? You and I are not financial advisors. Just want to make sure. Okay? You guys got to make, you ladies and men out there have to make your own decisions. Gus 1388, think Blue Dodgers. True Fin Fan says, enjoy the season, people. Stop worrying about things you shouldn't be worried about. We have a really good team, a damn contender the last 2 years going into year 3. How long has it been? Let's go Miami. Damn right. You got the right attitude. Today, Jim Mad Dog would be 76 years old, a local legend. And happy birthday to him. I did not know today was his birthday. Wow. Good dude. Cosa Nostra, Yader Castro, Skylar Tipton, Lisa Rose, Josh, Nizzle, Miles Deep out in Vegas. Smashing that like button. Francisco Rivero. Twitter streets are saying Chop looking nice. Yes, Chop looks good. Chop is raw. Okay. Chop Robinson is a guy that brings a world of gifts. The Lord blessed him like the Lord blesses everybody with some gift. You just got to kind of figure out what your gift is, right? That's kind of what we're all here in this world. We all got to kind of find our niche. And Chop certainly has a niche. And he is a fantastic football player. He is also raw, and it reminds me a lot of Jason Taylor to a certain extent, where there's a boatload of energy, a world of athleticism, explosion off the line, but not necessarily a ton of moves yet. And so that's where Jason Taylor had to learn moves to get off of the tackles, to keep his distance from tackles, and he also could not stop the run. And that was, the first couple of years, it was run at Jason Taylor because he was light on the shorts. So I see a lot of those same growth issues with Chop Robinson so far. I don't see second, third, fourth moves. I don't see you being master ip. Okay. And so I gotta see master ip. I gotta see part 1 and part 2 and part 3 and part 4. I gotta see what happens when you run into the big long tackle, the big fat tackle. You got to run into the athletic tackle. And I want to see how you handle all these different cats. And I want to see how frustrated you get when they start, stopping you because they know much more than you do, and they're just laughing at you like a Teron Armstead, like, hey, youngin', you haven't even learned anything yet. And you're just lost in the shuffle in front of me. I see a lot of that. So let me bring you down a little bit to reality where Chop Robinson is. Is he a beautiful talent? Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. For sure, he's a thoroughbred. Now, it's a thoroughbred that still hasn't really learned how to run the race. And that's kind of where we're at right now. And it took Jason Taylor a couple of years to learn how to run the race. And that's kind of where I'm seeing with Chop Robinson right now. I'm seeing what they saw. Explosion, talent, potential. Coal, not a diamond yet. And so that's kind of where we're at right now with Chop. So to sit there and expect, right now it's kind of early for that. Let's see, because I haven't seen enough yet to say, oh yeah, no, this guy's a much more polished pass rusher. He's got a spin move. He knows how to keep his distance. He knows how to stop the run. He knows how to shake off the tackle so he can, get to the running back. I haven't seen any of that yet. So let's relax. That first step, woo, scary. Scary for even veteran tackles have to be prepared for the first step, because after you get them with that first step, you got them. And they're going to know that. And once they know that, then, the game is over. So let's give Chop some time to grow. Let's give him some time to learn from some of the veterans around him. But let's not try to rush the process. The media has to write. I've been in the media for 34 years. Okay, they got to write something. They got to talk something up. But they love talking you up and they love breaking you down. And so they love to build up an expectation that's an unrealistic one. And then when the player doesn't meet the unrealistic expectation set, They blame the player for the unrealistic expectation set. They don't rewrite and say, or on the radio or on podcasts and say, this is my fault. I put too much expectation on a young player and he didn't meet it. So it's my, folks, I misled you. They don't tell you that. They just tell you, no, he's not meeting my expectations. Well, bust. Right. Like, seriously. Pat Surtain couldn't make the field the first year. But, you forget that because you have no perspective. And you don't remember that, or you weren't around. Every player doesn't come out of the box like Zach Thomas. Okay? Some guys are just a gift, and they're freaks. And then some of them, it takes them a little bit to get there. Just like all of you out there, you start a business and you lose money the first couple of years until you figure it out and you start to make money. Same thing, just a different thing. It's just you're a businessman and this person's a baseball player, a football player, a basketball player. Is Duncan Robinson the player now that we saw at the beginning in Summer League? No. We saw a kid that had some shooting ability, and then he turned himself into a hell of a shooter, and then we figured out that's all he was a hell of a shooter. He couldn't do anything else. And then he went back to the drawing board, and he started working on everything else, and now go look at Duncan Robinson. Sometimes you're Magic Johnson. Sometimes you just come right out of the womb and you're just magic. It happens. I totally understand those people. You're Justin Jefferson, whatever it is. You're that guy. You're that woman. But for the rest of us, most of us, it takes us a little time to be good and great and fantastic. Gotta build up. You're not the same father and mother when the kid's born. Hopefully you're a little bit better as the months go on, as the years go on. You kind of maybe the second kid, the third kid, you get a little better. You kind of anticipate. You got that Tua instinct. You got the anticipatory skills now. Oh yeah. You remember the first one when this happened? So, everything in life, man, you got to grow into it. But every once in a while, you find your freak. There's just some of us that are gifted and, they can do things a little faster than the rest of us. So we got to have some patience with Chop. But I do love what I see. I also love what I see from Kamara, by the way, the 5th round pick. I like what I see from him. I actually think he has more in his toolbox right now than Chop. And I think we had this conversation. Remember I told you remember it now, right? I told you that because Kamara is the smaller guy, the underrated guy, the guy that it doesn't look athletically like the other guy, he had to work harder to get to where he's at. He had to prove more doubters than Chop has. And so Alvin has a little bit more to his game. Yeah. No, it's not Alvin. It's Mohammed Kamara. Mohammed has more polish to his game. Okay, I will tell you that's what I've seen. If you want me to measure the two, I got a little bit more polish from Mohammed Kamara than I do from Chop Robinson. But that's all right. That's all right. So it's kind of like the snapping stuff. It was terrible yesterday. It was terrible and unacceptable in every form and fashion. But I'm going to wait till next week. Okay? I'm going to wait till next week. There's a lot of newness going on and you keep changing and stuff. So let me give this all a week here. And then if it continues next week, especially with Brewer more than anything else, then yeah, I'm going to be really, really concerned. With Conklin, I know it's already a kind of an experiment as it is, so that's different. But with Brewer, there shouldn't be a problem by next week. It should be pretty much under control. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Josh, do they have Panthers Matthew Kachuk with the Stanley Cup patch and the A patch as well? Let me see. Huh? Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think they have I don't think they have the jerseys. Yeah, yeah. I don't think so. Well, let me find out. Okay, let me ask Jeff, and we'll find out, Josh. Okay. Oh, really? Next week is Falcons week? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. And cross your fingers. We maybe have a place to also. Besides, we're going to be broadcasting on the road at different bars. And by the way, in October we're going to be broadcasting over at the Big Cheese. We'll give you a date exactly, and we want to pack that place, man. And if you've never been to the Big Cheese, you gotta. It's good. But we're going to be broadcasting on the road. Looks like what's it called? NorCal reached out to me. It looks like Seattle is a go. So we'll be, we're pretty close to it being a go. And what's it called? We're already going to Buffalo. We're going to be at a bar in Niagara, and we're also going to be in Indianapolis. We are going to be at the Tavern on South in Indianapolis, 433 West South Street. And we're going to be doing our pre and post game show there on the road. And then hopefully we are talking with one bar for 4 dates, one a month. So we'll see. And we'll see if we can find another bar that maybe we can do some of the other shows, some of the other games. And if your business, by the way, we'll bring a crowd over. We'll have giveaways, all kinds of stuff. So join us. If your business wants to join our platform, you can reach out to our business line at 786-754-4664. Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties, does not matter. We will travel anywhere, 786-754-4664. We've got a ton of listeners in each of the counties, and they'll go, man. They'll go. We got great listeners. They'll support, and we'll load the place up. We'll bring all kinds of giveaways. I'll MC during the game and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. We have a really, really good time when we do it. A lot of times at walk-ons, we have a really good time. Let's see what else. Although it's too early to know where each side of the ball stands, seems that the O-line center position is a concern. Is there a free agent center? It's too early to be talking even about that, bro. Eric Simon, Crypto Fins, Ocala Joe is in the house, listening and smashing the button from sunny Crystal River. There you go. Nice. Good for you, my brother. Enjoy. Lenny Pena, Antonio Ingram. Big O, I almost spit out my coffee when Bart Scott said he was wrong about Tua. Oh, wow, he did? Good for him. Good for him. So many people are going to be wrong. It's all right, bro. It's just, some guy, a nice follower and whatever, but he sends me some guy's reaction about Tua. And it's no, it was about Chris Greer. Right. And first of all, it said he's been in, a GM for the team for 8 years, which is a lie. He's actually going on his 6th of full-time GM. I'm been with the team 18 years, which doesn't matter because he was just giving reports, dude. And, so I get this all the time. So I sent him back. I said, bro, why are you tagging me with slappies that don't know anything about the team and they're inaccurate? And he's like, why so snappy? And I go, it's not snappy, bro. I don't care about what other people say. It's like when you guys send me stuff that Skip Baseless says, and thank God that loser's gone, and Colin Cowturd or any of these losers. And it's like, bro, I don't give a shit what they think about Tua. You know, I know what I think about Tua. No, I know what I know about Tua. I'm convinced he's a player. And I know he will be, just like I was convinced that Ryan Tannehill would not be a player. Same way, same conviction. Nothing's changed. I can have it both ways, positive and negative. I can be positive about Greer, McKenzie, and Allen, and I can be negative about Rick Spielman. Okay? And while I know McDaniel needs to grow and get better as a game day coach, still love his offensive mind, and I would still take a chance with him and ride him still over what we've had here for years. And I got conviction that this guy can be a good coach. I really like the combination that they've got now. Just like I've hated the combination of the past. So just like I had the same conviction that a lot of the stuff that failed, well, I have conviction that this will succeed. And so far, it's 2 straight trips to the playoffs with a broken down team. And if they make it this year 3 years in a row, well, that's something that doesn't happen here in a quarter century. So that tells me we're headed in the right direction. The problem is that we have all that negativity, and that's what we live on. We just live on the negativity of the past, dude. And I'm just tired of it. I'm done. I'm done with people living in the past. I'm done with people just complaining about everything and comparing everything when Tua is nothing like anything we've had since Marino. Marino is the freak of all freaks, and I get that. But Tua is 100 times, 1,000 times better than anything we've ever had since. And this front office is the best thing we've had since the 70s into the early 80s, when the Youngs and the Beathards and all those folks were part of the front office. Because I'm old enough that I've been around all the different types of Dolphin teams. And the talent on this team is the best we've had since the early 90s. So let's, I don't care about that, because those people that we just mentioned, they have not been around like I have. They haven't seen everything like I have, because I was 7 and 8 years old when they won the titles. So I've been around from the Shula era all the way through, and I've been a reporter, a beat guy, since the early 90s before Shula left. So I've seen it all. I've covered everything. I don't need people to tell me what I'm watching. I know what I'm watching. And we're headed finally in the right direction. But when people's, I'm going to react to every negative person out there, bro, come on, man. People live on negativity. That's how you get views and clicks. Positivity doesn't get you views and clicks, dude. Just doesn't. What's on the news? Crashes and explosions and disasters and natural disasters and political uprisings and all that. It's not about saving the cat in the tree, and it's not about kids honor rolls and all kind. No, that nobody would watch the news. Nobody will watch the news if it was a half hour of great stuff. I know that's utopia, but that's not reality. You want that dirty laundry. You want her to tell you about that plane crash with a gleam in her eye. You know what I'm saying? That's what draws. So people live on negativity, and right now I don't have I can complain about stuff, but overall this is good. This is good. This is good. What's up with everyone checking in from the Bay Area in Cali, says John Padilla. Thank you, my brother. Rosendo, even though he's old school and he was here a year, I like the defense of Fangio. Hopefully our new DC can continue the upward trend. I agree. Yes, sir, Axel. Tua got paid. XRP looking good for Jonathan Cagle. Straight heaven, Big O at 11. There we go. Thank you, Joseph. He is a ramen. He's a ramen and a stealing. Jonathan says, I predict Tua throws for 5,000 yards this season. Last season, if McDaniel didn't toke him out of games, that was already out of reach. He could have reached that pinnacle last year. He toked him out of that game. Toked him. So he was vaping, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Kyle Cockrell says right on. Isaiah, Brian Morgado, no fantasy leagues for me this year, Big O. I'm locked in on the Miami Dolphins football and looking forward to celebrating many victories. Good for you, my brother. And we are going to have many victories. Right now, Kyle, I would say the snap issues are real, but they're not serious until let's wait next week. I'm gonna give the newness and everything, a week. Let me give it a week of pads. Next week we should not have those issues anymore. Okay, it should be very minimal at that point. That first step from Chop you can't teach. He's going to be a beast. I just have that feeling, but we have to be patient. Exactly. Gordon says, isn't Weaver a former D-line coach? I wonder how much interest he's going to take in developing Chop. A lot. Of course. Definitely. Chris Jordan, what a cool football name, Chop. Brett says, Kamala has a chop on his shoulder. Kamara is slightly more polished than Robinson and wouldn't be surprised if he has a better rookie season. Yeah, me neither. Let's see. Every time I hear the word chop, I get hungry. Huh? Oh, man. Would you say Chop Robinson is a young Cam Wake? I would not say that at all. I don't know. I don't know what Chop can be. Wake wasn't a great run stopper. He wasn't really a complete defensive lineman. He was more of a pass rusher, period, than anything else. So I don't know yet. I got to see more, man. That's where I'm not going to do that to the kid. I'm not going to get all crazy and then they talk him down because, it's just they're people have to sell, man. I'm just not into that. I'm just into boring. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I think and what's going on and how, what approach I'm taking to this. And it might be a little bit more level-headed and boring, but I'm not going to go crazy over something that I don't think deserves it at the moment. It's not fair to the kid, and it's misleading you guys. That's the only thing. Let's see. What else? It's been 34 years since we had a 12-win season. I'm not getting my hopes up until we see we can win at least 3 games against teams with winning records. Yeah, I'm sure that's all part of the whole narrative around them. Question remains, Vegas sees us as a third in the division. Where are they wrong? I don't know. Did they have them did they win the division last year? Were they like second, right? Second to Buffalo, right? Did they have them second last year? Where did they have him last year? Third or fourth? So, you know. I think they win the division. Oh, by the way, I beat Vegas last year with the over. Last 2 years, I beat Vegas with the over. So Vegas was, they had the over. Well, they had it right in the neighborhood, but I got it right. It was 9.5, and I got it 10. And the year before it was 8.5, and I got 9. Yeah. Yep. And I already took the 10.5 or 10. Now I got to look at it. Yeah. Because now I'm thinking I may have gotten 10 when I bet. Anyway. Or was it? Shit. Yeah, 9.5. And that's what it was. It's at 9.5, and I go, oh, they'll win 10. That's what it is. That's what it is. 9.5, and I said, oh man, they'll win 10. That's what it is. That's what I got it at. 9.5, and I said, yes, they'll win 10. So yeah, I already rode that. Had to definitely take that. Let's see. Remember we had one game with the AFC East, and that game was the Titans. Yeah. Well, that's where Fangio lost that game. Fangio lost that game, and the Ravens game he helped lose because he did not blitz the quarterbacks that he obviously should have blitzed. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, to be quite honest. You know? By the way, Acura of Pembroke Pines, folks, they just celebrated their 16th anniversary. They've been with us for like 14 years, man. 14 years. Larry Schlossberg, Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone, all the great people out there at Craig's Inns, Acura, Pembroke Pines. By the way, if you own or lease an Acura, Mike Chan and Jordan Ferber do an excellent job. Great service center. They've got a really nice area to relax. They've got TVs. They've got a little cafeteria. So if you want to get yourself a snack, a pastel, a drink, anything like that. Sometimes I think they have sandwiches too there at the little store. And then they've got complimentary bottles of water on the far left side by the refrigerator. So I can tell you where it's at on the far left corner. You'll see a fridge on that corner. Right there, the little small bottles of water while you're waiting for your car to, you get the oil change or anything like that. Mike Chan, Jordan Ferber do great work. By the way, right now, they still have, Larry told me that they're running out of the 2024s because the 2025 models are coming in. And the Integra, they still have a few at $319 a month. The 2024 MDX, $479 a month. They've got a few of those left. And the ZDX, baby, 2024, get electrified by 320 miles to the charge, $499 a month, and they give you 3 options for the charger, 3 different ways, so you can have your charger for the ZDX. So check it out. By the way, FPL has a really cool deal where you just pay like a one fee a month. And it's a flat fee, and you can charge as much as you want. It's actually a really cool thing. So it's good for, if you get the ZDX, which super sharp car, or any electric car. Just so you'll know, check with FP&O because it's a pretty cool option. But go check out my friends at 15601 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. It is Craig's Inns, Acura of Pembroke Pines. Right. Send me a link, man. Yeah. Send me a link. By the way, where are we at here? Where's the market at right now? Bitcoin's at 66,384. Okay. The Dolphins worked out some players. We'll talk about that. I got some news on a basketball player we got to get into. Obviously, got our music notes, all kinds of stuff. Also, here on the program, let me give you also what's going on in the market. Got a nice day in the market. The Dow Jones up 223 points. The S&P is up 86 points. The NASDAQ is down just under a point. And, the big seven had trillions liquidated. NVIDIA alone had a trillion liquidated. And not a financial advisor, but man, those are the moments. All you got to do is follow the Magnificent Seven and buy them on their dips, and you'll be fine. It's like easy investing. It doesn't really take a rocket scientist. The seven companies carry the entire exchange as it is. Okay. So all you got to do is invest in the seven. And if NVIDIA went down over a trillion, it's going to regain that trillion back. So that's when you get in. You know what I'm saying? It's like the easiest thing out there to do. That takes no it takes no skill. Oh, Apple's down? Okay, I'll buy Apple. Amazon's down? No problem. I'll buy Amazon. Where are they going? When it's all said and done. Anyway, just kind of funny. Yes, let's see what we got here. By the way, we are here at Caneswear. Give us 30 seconds. I'm going to show you some stuff here at Caneswear. Let me get the camera prepared. 30 seconds. Caneswear, baby. Caneswear.com.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The spot where Miami fans shop. And as I told you, look at the array of hats. And this is nothing here at Caneswear. Look at that. Look at that. Check this out. And then this is a wall here, you see. All kinds. Oh, look at the classic jackets. Look at the classic jackets. Huh? Look at that. That is beautiful. See, you can get all kinds of Caneswear. And then look at all the hats. All the different kinds of hats. Shorts. More hats and more visors now. We'll see. All kinds of shirts. Look at that, man. Look at those shoes. See what I'm saying? Look at over here. Another rack of hats. Look at that. All kinds of hats. You want some helmets? They've got those neon signs back there. They got some Cam Ward jerseys. You see? I mean, it's this place is loaded. It's ridiculous what they've got going on here. And anything and everything. Now you're looking for some Panthers championship gear. Here's the one for the ladies. See? All kinds of championship gear, more hats. See if you like the Heat. Marlins, Inter Miami. And then you got all kinds of gear here.
Yeah, I got him done one time on
all kinds of stuff. Look at the flags. Championship flags for the Panthers. See? Got to show you, let's see where we got. Back here, they got a section for kids, right? So if you want to dress up your child in all kinds of sports gear, look at the little baseball jersey. Is that freaking awesome or what? And then you got all kinds of little shirts. You got the dolphin shirts. You got the baby stuff. See? And like I told you, look at the neons on the top. See the neons? You can order all of this online. Use our code BIGO10. You'll get 10% off. Order over $99. You will get free shipping. Check that thing out right there. This, or is it right there? That's the stadium. Look how cool that thing is. It's a big frame with the real stadium in it. And then if you want to add like this spinning neon to your bar or something like that, they got the helmets. They got all kinds of helmets. And then this is my favorite section. Oh, there we go. Here's man.
What's going on, Caneswear? Come check us out.
That's right, baby.
Big O's the man.
You got it.
Yeah,
So John, Jeff. Okay, John's a rocker, by the way. He loves to jam, by the way. So if you want to talk rock with him, you can talk rock with him. Jeff also rocks out. So besides them being sports freaks, this is my favorite section because here's where I get in trouble every month I come, because they have here. These are like all the dolphin hats. You know, they're loading up now. They're always getting gear, like tons of gear. Look at dolphin stuff there. See. Helmets and all that. But anyway, so you got all the hats, you see? Look at the hats. You got all kinds of hats, all kinds of dolphin hats, old logos, new logos. This is the Marlins hat I bought that I told you about. Okay? Bastards. But anyway, I still love them. No matter how much they screw me over. I don't watch them. But anyway, here you go. So you got all kinds of hats, man. You see? Badass. This place is just absolutely amazing. The amount of stuff that they have, it's endless. There you go. You want a little bobblehead action? You got Tyreek. You got Waddle. Ah, there you go. Tyler Hero. Do they pay you to take it? Oh, anyway. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, there's some Marlins bobblehead. Oh, is this Jazz? Collector's item. Jazz.
It's on sale right now.
It's a collector's item on sale. Look, right now it was $55, now $27.50. Dude, get that now. Get that now. It's gonna be worth something. He's in a Yankees uniform now. Now he's gonna increase the value of that. Maybe one day you see him and you have him sign it. Actually, I think it's a cool thing to get a Jazz bobblehead right now just to get it. Yeah, man. Look at that. See what I'm saying? It's just, there's so much here. Mugs for your ugly mugs. Mugs for your ugly mugs. Shots. Shot glasses all over the place. Let's go. Look at that. Look at a silver shot glass. Huh? Look at that stuff. Huh? There you go. There's a Santa gnome. Are you kidding me? They got anything and everything. Look at this badass Stanley Cup champions hat. Oh shit. But dude, this is mine. This is definitely mine. Oh, not time to hunt. Let me see. Okay.
Get the spray ground.
Nope. What's that? What's that?
You got these, the new Tyreek Hills and the spray grounds.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me show.
This is Tyreek
Hold on.
Hills 2024.
Wait a minute.
I'll get that one.
Damn it. I can't work here, bro. Okay, here we go. These are the Tyreek Hills.
This one's the Tyreek Hill 2024, 25 spray ground. It's leather. You get his
The cheetah, get it?
little
Tyreek.
collector staying. The 2024 orange spray ground. Canes backpack. Back to school.
Look at that.
Come get geared up.
Look at that. That's badass. Are these sizes or what? Are these sizes? Because I'm getting this hat. I told you I get in trouble in this damn place all the time. Are these sizes or is it just flexed out one size fits all?
Yeah, they're usually right. And the sticker down here, they'll say medium or.
Oh, mediums. Okay, no way. I got a big ass head. There's no way I fit in a medium. Medium again. Damn it. Large, extra large. See, that's for my big head. A large, extra large. It's definitely mine. That is badass. See? That's badass. Definitely getting that. You see, I always get in trouble. Always. But good trouble. Good trouble. And look, more dolphin hats here. See? More dolphin hats. I mean, it's every corner, every crevice. You see the hat I was wearing the other day? There it is. It's the hat I was wearing the other day. You guys asked me, oh, hey, that's a really nice hat. Where'd you get it? Caneswear. There you go. Look at that. More dolphin hats than you can handle, baby. Yes. There we go. And then, of course, you're looking for an Inter Miami hat right behind us. You haven't seen them, see? Ladies, fellas, you can get all kinds of Inter Miami gear. See that? Look at the jerseys, the kits. Messi. There you go. All right, all right, all right. Now we're back to our chair. Okay. Let me close this crap. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Dolphins lingerie. I gotta ask. Yeah. I don't know if I want to see any of you in dolphin lingerie, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That might be kind of dangerous there, a little dolphin lingerie. Whew. Anyway, so there you go. You got all kinds of I mean, it's just ridiculous. I showed you like 20% of the store. Seriously. It's just so much more that I can just point out. It would take me well over an hour to really go, "Oh, wow, they got a Stanley Cup Champions neon sign. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That is freaking nice. That is freaking nice, bro. Wow, is that link still? I have the link there. Yeah, let me show it to him. Let me show it to him. Jesus. Let's see. Here you go, folks. Let me give it to you. Oh, gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. O's gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn this volume down. Okay. Now, I gotta mute there. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's gotta go this way. No? What? Huh? Yeah. No. Oh, so wait a minute. Hold on a second. Damn it. Okay, hold on. No, it's got it. It's showing the opposite. I just did, didn't I? I tried to do that and then it knocked me out, man. Yeah, dude. Hold on a second. Hold on. Allow. Oh, you got to go backwards? Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. All righty. Oh, but that's focus for me, not for them, right? Oh, I never. Oh, you didn't go. Oh, okay. 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 So then done. Oh. All right. Let's see. What a mission. Jesus Christ, dude. No, it still didn't do it, bro. It's showing my ugly puss. Cam. Oh, yeah. Like that?
Yeah, there we go.
Can they see it there?
Yeah, it's there.
Why? It's in the background or something? It's deep in the background?
Yeah, it's back. It looks like
It's badass. Man, it's badass. It really looks good. What a shame. Too bad I can't really, focus in and show. Yeah, right. I mean, man, what a shame. But I'm telling you, that Stanley Cup champions thing looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. Really good stuff. Anyway, yes, La Spada is right next door, and I will be traveling home with the La Spada sub. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm already thinking about my turkey sub. What do you get there? I don't know. You go to Monster? What does a Monster come with? Okay. Ham, turkey, roast beef. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I got it. Let's see. Oh, any dolphin lingerie? We're working on that right now. We're gonna find out some dolphin lingerie for you. Remember, we had a top 10 defense with Fangio the year before. We were ranked 22. No, he did a good job. He did a good job. There's no doubt. MK says, I hate living in Bill's country. I would be a kid in a candy store in Canesware. Well, Skylar, it's called digital, bro. Canesware.com. They've got all that stuff on Canesware.com. They got pictures of everything that's here, man. Pretty much. Probably 99.9% of the stores on Canesware.com. So go to it, man. It's all there. And check it out. And again, over $99, free shipping. My code, Big O10, 10% off. That basically is a free item. If you order over $99, the free shipping, and then the 10%, you're getting something free. I don't know what the hell it is. Sandals, a sweater, a jacket, whatever it is, because it all depends on how the more you add, obviously the shipping would have been bigger and you're saving even more. So yeah, so just kind of enjoy, man. It's a really cool place. Really cool place. And I am a kid in a candy store every time I come here. It's because it's just phenomenal. Try the Monster. Well, that's we just talked about it. Jafar says, I just tuned in. What have I missed? Nothing, basically. Nothing whatsoever. Those vintage Canes jackets, they're freaking awesome, dude. And they've got dolphin one. I didn't show you the dolphin ones. They have classic Dolphins jackets too, with the old logos, like the classic Dolphins.
That white one's the Shula one, right?
Yeah, it's the Shula one. Yeah.
I love that one, man.
That one is
I love
awesome.
that picture of him. And
yeah, definitely. So check it out, man. It's there. They got vintage Dolphins jackets and canes and flags, all kinds of stuff. I mean, really, it's just ridiculous. Car flags and regular flags, by the way. Yeah, they got car flags up the yin yang. Yeah, definitely. All kinds of stuff. So check it out. Dolphins, by the way, worked out a bunch of players yesterday. Javelin Guidry, cornerback who played for the Jets, 25 years old, 5'9". Fayon Hicks, cornerback, Pembroke Pines kid, by the way, played for Wisconsin. cornerback. Sarasota kid Richie James, wide receiver. He's 28 years old. He was with KC before. Jaylon Moore, offensive tackle. 6'4", 311. He played with San Francisco. Willie Snead, wide receiver, 31. Willie Snead, 31 years old. Must be.
That thing where you talked about before, where if they know an agent, they'll bring in their guy just to give him a look, a favor.
But he's 31.
No, yeah, I mean,
and is the third receiver not convincing you that much? Because Willie Snead is what is that? He's a third receiver.
Or the other one's not impressing you enough to where you feel like you need to have that backup for that third spot.
Yeah. Willie Snead kind of, like, if I remember correctly, he kind of screwed up the back end of his career. He got kind of suspended for some PEDs
I want to say something like that. Yeah.
And so he kind of didn't bounce back from it, but he's 31, dude. It's like kind of weird. Xavier White, a wide receiver from Texas Tech, also what's it called? A Miami kid, Ricard Wild Goose the second. There's a Ricard Wild Goose the first. There's an original, and now we have a Ricard Wild Goose the second. A storm duck and a wild goose.
Oh, wild goose is loose on the field. Oh,
there's
fantastic.
A goose that's loose, and a cheetah and a goose are loose.
So now we got a cheetah, a goose,
a waddle,
a penguin, and storm duck,
and a duck. We're quacking away, baby.
We're getting them all, buddy.
We're quacking away.
Got our own little zoo going on.
Yeah. And cornerback out of Wisconsin is the wild goose, and then Grady Williams, the LSU kid. He was drafted. And then he got injured, I believe, and then he's out of the league now. And he's not really old, but he's probably in his late 20s. He's 6'2", so big corner, So interesting, the names that worked out for the Dolphins yesterday and kind of the storylines behind them that you're like, Willie Snead, like, whoa, whoa, dude, like this guy is, Richie James is 28 years old. And so there's got to be some favors being done there. But then on the flip side, I'm wondering on the third receiver side, like, wow, that the Snead one that one caught my eye,
But also, it's a Chris Greer special, right? They're all low hanging fruit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's one of those things where you, even if you brought one of them in at
it'll be vet minimum.
Yeah, and if they do perform, there's your diamond in the rough, right? Like you're like,
yes,
it's not really a
something that you get a breakout player.
Is the punter still out there too? By the way, is he still outside?
Areza?
No, the punter that's been outside Dolphins camp. I forgot.
I don't know if he's still out there.
Tennessee State
I did not know. You know what? I did not even look or notice him the last 2 days when I went. I didn't even look for him, so I'm not sure. Poor guy. But hey, listen, man, we all got to fight and scratch and claw any way we can, and he's trying, and who knows, maybe they bring him in for a quiet workout and we don't know about it. I don't know.
And also the other thing that kind of struck me when you were saying all those a lot of them are located like right here. It's not like you're like, you're just like, hey, drive over to the stadium. We'll see what you got. Still.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Some of these guys were already in the neighborhood, and that's why it could have been an agent favor. Hey, he lives close by. Can you give him a workout? And, all that kind of stuff. And maybe, he's trying to, maybe they want to resurrect their careers in another league too at the same time. So who knows? But it was kind of an interesting list, and I wanted to go over it because we have to look at the team. We have to look at where they're at. And then why would they bring this guy in? And, what would be behind it? And so that's why I wanted to mention it. By the way, our 3A Graphics Sports calendar. Let's get to it. The great Alan Blanco. If your company needs custom printing and embroidery, they are the ones to call. Tell them that Big O sent you. Please entrust the people that support us, the great companies that support our platform and do great work too at the same time. 786-618-1443. Call Alan Blanco. That's his cell number there. That's the owner's cell number. So if you want to reach out to him, your company, your club, your school, whatever it is you need, uniforms, hats, shirts, you're going out on some kind of a field trip and you want to print 50, 100 shirts because everybody wants to wear the same shirt to stay in a group or whatever it is. Man, call 3A Graphics, summer schools, all kinds of stuff. He's got a blitz going on now with back to school stuff and everything. So it just happens like that, man. So give him a ring. 3A Graphics Sports Calendar, Alan Blanco, great people. They're in Hialeah, but they service all of South Florida. 786-618-1443. They could probably also take care of you out of state too, because everything's done by phone and by emails and logos and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's that difficult anyways. So you can actually call them from anywhere in the country and reach out to 3A Graphics. They do all kinds of work and they do great work too, man. So please reach out to them. 786-618-1443. I heard Tyreek is racing Speed, the influencer, this week. That's fantastic. Just catch the important passes during the season, my brother. That's the only thing I would tell you. Just catch the important passes during the regular season, my friend. That's what I need you to do. Racing some influencer, he's a fun player, man. There's no doubt about it. He's super likable, Tyreek. He's easy to root for. You just, kind of hope that he gets, as Scarface would say, his head out of his culo. And, starts making proper decisions off the field. Things like that. That the maturity gets there, but it's a little late for that. And I think that's kind of the message this offseason when they did everything they did and they never had to go back into his salary and they have an out this year, after this year. I think they may guarantee him some money for this year, give him a little extra, but I don't think he's going to get an extension. I really don't. I think it's dangerous, to be quite honest. Too many of you are intoxicated. This already happened with X, and this already happened with Butler. You get intoxicated because you're a prisoner of the moment. And I don't know what makes you people think that he's going to continue at this pace for the next years to come. You got to get off the train before it breaks down. He failed to do that with Butler, and they've dealt with 2 years where he can't play the season. And they should have gotten rid of him a couple years ago. X, the same thing. A couple years ago, and they ended up dealing with 2 mediocre years after that 10 interception 3 seasons. One was all right, actually. The other 2 are mediocre. But one was all right because he had like 7 interceptions, I think, in 3 years after having 10 in that year. And you're caught in that moment. And so they made all their moves. They signed their quarterback and everything, and they never went into his salary. So that could be a sign. And this year, you might start seeing the aging. And if you end up making a commitment, it's just the guy's under contract. There's no reason for you to do anything. Maybe you let it go and you tear up the contract and say, hey, man, here's a new contract, but it's kind of a 1 year deals. Maybe you do something like that. But to make a long-term commitment to Tyreek would be asinine. It would be dumb. Okay? It really would. Because there's no way he has a long-term career left after this season. You don't know when it's going to fall off the cliff. And when it does, it's over. So it's nice that he's racing a influencer and all that, but I got more important issues with him. Miami is winning the AFC East, playing the Chiefs in Miami for the AFC championship. Any bets? I love it. I love it, True fan. That'll be cool. Big O, is Tangem Wallet easy to use and safe? Very safe, and super easy to use. And again, Jay Slim, go to YouTube, okay? And when you buy your Tangem Wallet, buy it directly from the Tangem website, from tangem.com or Tangem. Is it tangem.io or let me see? Hold on a second. I'll tell you right now, my man. Tangem.com. Okay. Buy it there, buy the 3-card one. And then when you get it, then go to YouTube and put how to set up your Tangem wallet. That video will come up from Tangem and you follow it step by step. Do exactly how it says in the video. Pause every step and do exactly, and it's super easy. Then I want you to do this. Okay, Jay Slim? You can buy on your crypto straight up on Tangem wallet. Okay, you can set up your bank account, all that. But if you're going to buy, let's say it's Swan, or you're going to buy a Cash App, or you're going to buy crypto.com, or you're going to buy a Kraken, or you're going to buy Coinbase, right? Then I want you to go find the YouTube video on, if you're new to all of this, how to buy crypto on that site, whichever one you're going on. Then you want the video of how to send crypto from crypto.com to Tangem Wallet, from swan.com to Tangem Wallet, from whatever to Tangem Wallet. And then there'll be a video on YouTube for that. And again, follow it step by step. Okay? And it's really easy, but do it that way. So that way you learn and you physically go through it and you'll see how simple it is. And it's really more intimidating than it is just a matter of having some patience and learn. That's all. Big O question. Do you think Tyreek knows and is worried he won't be a Dolphin after this season? I think he has to know that there's some doubt. You notice how his tune has changed, right? He's kind of realized, yeah, it doesn't look like an extension's happening right now. You know, he doesn't have a lot of leverage. He screws up a lot off the field, dude. And he's under contract. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere else to go. You know? Thank you. Oh, just ordered. Yes, I'm a Swan user. There you go. It's super easy on Swan. You copy and paste the receive part of your Bitcoin wallet on Tangem. You copy and paste it on Swan and it's saved and it's over. And then when you buy your Swan and it clears, then you put the amount that you're going to send and then tap the saved address already, your Tangem wallet, and boom. And it's automatic, dude. Automatic. You never have to do it again. Super easy. I've done it myself on Swan because that's where I'm buying right now. I'm buying on Swan because it's fee free. And it'll take me a long time to get to 10,000 anyway. So it's fee free and to buy and fee free to send. Cash App is great because it's fee free to send if you pick the third option, but they do charge you a fee, small, it's minimal to buy. So it's not bad either. Cash App is fantastic. I don't have a problem with Cash App. Once it runs out, whenever I get to 10,000 for Swan, then I'll measure what Swan charge, because I don't know what Swan charges you right now because I'll be fee free for a long time. I'm fee free right now, so I have no idea what Swan charges. So then I'll compare what Swan charges to Cash App, and then that's how I'll keep adding. Look, I'm going to keep buying until it blows up. And then when it blows up to the next level into the 90s, we need to get into that window of 71, 75. Once we get into that 70, 73, 74, it's going to explode into the 90s. Okay, we just got to get through this threshold here. And then that's where I stop buying and I wait till it gets to the 90s, and then I wait for the correction. And there'll be another correction and it'll go sideways in the 80s or whatever. and we'll be stuck there for a month or two or 2 months or what, and then it'll take off to the 140s, 150s, and that's kind of the way it goes. You'll have your stages, and you'll have your consolidation periods, and this is what this is now. This is your opportunity, is what I keep telling everybody. When it blows up, then you regret and going, damn, I should have bought. And by the way, all of you out there that keep saying, oh, is it too late? It's not even. You're still early. Are you super early? No, but you're still early. If it's going to go to 1 million, buying it at 60 and 70,000 and 80,000 sounds like a pretty good deal. Sounds like it's going to 10x. I don't know. Last time I checked, is 10x a good thing? Most of the time? Okay. Most of the time. And I think Sean says in this case, he's going to give it a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I says, yeah. Okay. By the way, did I say anything in our 3A graphic sports calendar? I did not. All right, let's go with our 3A graphics sports calendar. Saturday at Chase Stadium, 8 o'clock, Leagues Cup action as Inter Miami will host Club Tigres to try to advance. Bears wide receiver DJ Moore signs a 4-year, $110 million extension. $82.6 million is guaranteed. The Miami Dolphins are off today. They will continue their preparations in training camp tomorrow at Miami Gardens. They will have a scrimmage at Hard Rock Stadium on Saturday, open to the fans. That is your 3A graphics sports calendar. All right. Oh, man. Remember, you can always make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can also make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we love our Bitcoin and Ethereum donations. Those are our favorite donations. Speaking of crypto, right now, Bitcoin is up about a half a point, 66,426, still hovering in that zone that it's been hovering in for a while now. So we patiently wait. The rest of the market is, it's there. It's really not pumping on the crypto side. But it's good to see at least that the stock market is pumping and recovering from their last week where they completely got wiped out. Let's see, looking overall, ton is up 2.4%. XRP is up just under 2% to 64 cents. There are a couple of movers. Caspa for Kyle is up 6%. Down 548, whatever. It is up to 20 cents. $5 billion market cap. Maker is up just over 1%, but most everything else is in the red. Ave is up over 4%, up to $109.40. What else? Beam up almost 5%. It's a lot of gaming on Beam. So there you go. But really, the crypto market is kind of Kyle Cockrell's really the only one that is killing it right now. That's about it. So congratulations to you, Kyle, getting it done, baby. All right, let's go with a little musicians born on this date. Little Uzi Vert, hip-hop recording artist, born on this date in 1994. M. Shadows, vocalist and songwriter and founding member of Avenged Sevenfold, born in this date in 1981. Will Champion, drummer for Coldplay, born on this date in 1978. Zach Brown, singer and guitarist, Grammy Award-winning country music artist for the Zach Brown Band. Shocker. Born in 1978. It is Robert Townsend from the Pop Will Eat Itself. I don't even know that band. There must be something in the overseas. Norman Cook, also known his stage name as Fatboy Slim, English DJ, born on this date in 1963. Bill Berry, drummer for REM, born on this date in 1958. Let's see who else. Hugh McDowell, cellist and wizard with Electric Light Orchestra, born in this date in 1953. Carl Green, guitarist with Herman's Hermits, born in this date in 1947. Gary Lewis, singer, born in this date in 1946. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, baby. Let's see what else. That is good on the musician side. Let's go with other famous people born on this date of the 31st. J.K. Rowling, author, is 59 years old. A.J. Green, football player, is 36. Wesley Snipes, actor, 62. Rico Rodriguez is he's the little kid from A Modern Family, 26 years old. Mark Cuban is 66 years old today. Let's see. Wow, Mark Cuban's 66, huh? Wow. Yeah. I didn't think he was that old either, man. Man, 66, dude. Mark Cuban. I'm getting old, dude. Wow. BJ Novak, TV actor. He is 45 years old. Are you sure he's not 56? Did they get it wrong? They get it. He's 66? How come I'm thinking maybe they added 10? He is 66? Wow. I did not know he was that old, dude. Okay. Wrestlers? Wow. Wrestlers born on this date, sir.
All right. We got Eric Watts turns 39. Jack Corpella, announcer, turns 42. John Laurinaitis turns 59. Kid Cash, 55. RJ Brewer turns 45. And those are your birthdays for July 31st.
Love it. Love it. All right, let's hit a little musicians. Today on July 31st, in 1976, Blue Oyster Cult released their hit single, Don't Fear the Reaper. In 57, a drummer named Richard Starkey made his live debut playing drums with Eddie Clayton, Skiffy Group at Liverpool's The Cavern. He'd later be known by another name, Ringo Starr. In 1980, during an Eagles concert at Long Beach, California, tempers boiled over between Glenn Frey and Don Feldler, who spent the entire show describing to each other the beating each planned to administer backstage. Actually, that's not true. It's really Glenn Frey was really talking more about the beating he was going to give Don Feldler, and then Feldler ran when the show ended out off the stage, got into a limousine and sped off and ran away from Glenn Frey, who was ready to kick his ass. And the reason why was it was the governor, Jerry Brown. He was having an event, and they were very Glenn and Don were very supportive of Jerry Brown. And Jerry at that time was also involved with Linda Ronstadt. And Glenn Frey and Don Henley, they started their careers as backup musicians for Linda Ronstadt. So they had a lot of love for Linda Ronstadt. In the process, they also became environmentalists. And so Jerry Brown was a big environmentalist. And this was part of a campaign and raising money and all that kind of stuff. So they agreed to play a charity concert to raise money for the environment, for Jerry Brown, and to help their friend Linda Ronstadt and all that stuff. During that moment in 1980, during that concert, Don Feldler spent the entire time. He first disrespected Jerry Brown when they met him. Okay. Like Jerry said, hey, thank you for coming and thank you for doing this. And Feldler kind of answered, like, I bet you're grateful. And so then that pissed off Henley and Feldler. I mean, Henley and Fry at that moment. And they were already furious. And so then came the concert. And during the concert, Don Feldler was complaining the entire time. And Fry got to a point in the concert where he just blew up. And the audio to that, by the way, if you want to watch it, there's a biography, Long Road Ending, or I forgot what it's like 3 hours. It's the greatest rockumentary you will ever see in your life of any rock band. Doesn't matter what your favorite rock band is. It's very hard to beat this one with the Eagles because they have interviews, pictures, videos, all the way from the 60s, all the way to present day. So it was really able to carry the storyline. And the audio clips that they have of it, they literally have the audio because of the soundboard of him threatening Don Feldler in between songs and all that. And it's like some juicy stuff, by the way. But let me tell you, if you've never had the opportunity to see the rockumentary of the Eagles, if you're a rock fan, you should watch it. If you're an Eagles fan, oh my God, then you're not really an Eagles fan if you haven't seen it. Because by now, if you haven't seen that, Long Road Ending, or I don't know what it was. I forgot how it was called. But I mean, yeah, maybe that's it. History of the Eagles. That might be it. That might be it. Yeah, it's like 3 hours long, bro. It's awesome. That's it. 3 hours, 6 minutes. That's it. It's called The History of the Eagles. That's it. History of the Eagles. Freaking awesome. Riveting. Great stuff, dude. And that specific moment is in that one. No, but the 3 hour one is it. The History of the Eagles. It starts from the beginning when Henley and Fry were just backup musicians for Linda Ronstadt, because Linda Ronstadt gave them their break. In 2002, on this day, Bruce Springsteen played his longest show ever. It took place in Helsinki, Finland, at the end of the European tour and lasted 4 hours and 6 minutes. I saw a concert once for Santana that lasted 3 hours and 15 minutes at the Sunrise Musical Theater. It was the Shango tour. If anybody was there, they did 4 encores. He wouldn't stop playing. It was awesome. It was awesome. In 71, James Taylor had the #1 song in the country with You've Got a Friend. In 2010, Shinedown started a 3-week run at #1 on the rock song charts with their hit, The Crow and the Butterfly, off The Sound of Madness. And that, my friends, is what happened today in music history. All right. So apparently, I don't know anything about this. You're the expert. AEW is concerned, my brother. They are worried about Daniel Garcia testing free agency. I was reading on Ringside Intel. They think he'll re-sign, but they're worried that maybe he'll test free agency and WWE. What do you say, Sean Stan Lee?
Well, the one problem is this. Daniel Garcia? No,
I don't know anything.
no, he's not one of the big names, but he is a young talent, and I think he's going to be good. He's that undersized guy, but AEW, they went to Buffalo, they built him up like he was a superstar. It made no sense to me the way they did it, and then they ended up turning around and having MJF turn on him to make MJF a bigger heel. But ultimately, you don't want to lose guys like that because considered homegrown talent. They've lost Jade Cargill. They've lost Brian Pillman.
That's what
Ethan
the article
Page.
was talking about.
Yeah,
They've
Ethan
lost a
Page
couple
just
of-
went there. Of course, Cody is the biggest signing. He went over, but he was, it's just the rumblings of
the history.
the stuff going on with AEW where look, the ratings are down, and I get ratings, and wrestling fans are, they're not what they used to mean. But it is concerning when last year at this time your ratings were 885, and this year the same quarter you're down 16% in the 700s. You're not keeping your audience. That's what that's telling me. Your audience is not staying. Your audience is going elsewhere. Let's put it this way. A recorded SmackDown on Fox did 2.0. They're doing 760 live.
Wow.
Raw the other night, and again, I know the Olympics are on during the afternoon, but the night part of it, Raw beat the night telecast of the Olympic ratings because they moved Raw from USA to Sci-Fi, so USA can use them there. So again, it depends what Daniel Garcia wants to do. I think the door's open for him. He's a great talent, but it's not going to cripple AEW if he leaves, but it will be another stain, I guess, on them because now all the talent that they've put money into and everything else now is starting to see that maybe the grass might be greener over on the WWE side.
I got you. Okay. All right. All right. But I saw it and my prep, and I figured I'd bring it up because you are the expert.
The other big news coming out of wrestling real quick was that apparently Fightful Select and I believe it was Wrestle Talk have put out a story together that Tony Khan had a meeting in a San Antonio airport office with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon has nothing to do with WWE. He came back, he blew out his quad, but apparently there was a secret meeting between the two, and Tony Khan has said publicly that he would be open to having Shane, talk with Shane and see where they stand. We'll see where this goes now. Could a McMahon show up in AEW?
Okay.
That would be interesting.
All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. By the way, Toyota of Hollywood is a proud sponsor of our program. By the way, they are open till midnight every night. That's a ridiculous thought. It's just a ridiculous thought. But it shows you the amount of business, and that's why they're number one. That's why they're constantly killing it. Nobody can compare to them. They've got the Summer Super Days going on right now, the Summer Super Saver Days going on right now. And I tell you all the time, they've got over 2,000 Toyotas in stock. They've got over 1,200 new Toyotas. They've got 2.75% financing, 4 full years with 0 down, folks. They've got no payments for 90 days. I mean, it really is amazing. They got a selection that is second to none. Every time when I bought my Camry there, I could look at 100 Camrys. Well, the same thing for my daughter. When she went and bought her Corolla, there was a ton of Corollas. And it's a beautiful thing as a customer, after she went through that hell with Tesla, that they give you one car and that's it. And if it doesn't come right, too bad. She was like, get out of here, and she canceled that. And she goes to Toyota, and especially Toyota of Hollywood, which is what I can talk about. The service is awesome. They will take care of you. They will guide you. Listen, man, when you're buying a house or a car, it's the 2 biggest purchases you're ever going to make in your life. You deserve great service. And that's what you get at Toyota of Hollywood. Herbie would not have it any other way. Herbie Lopez is just absolutely phenomenal, folks. And that's why I want you to take advantage. By the way, they're also hiring service technicians too. So they've got incredible business. Apply in person Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Top compensation, signing bonuses available. Their business is going through the roof. When you go there, I mean, have you ever seen a busier dealership in your life? I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. And that's because they've got such a large selection. They can provide some great deals. So go check it out, 1841 North State Road 7. Go see Herbie Lopez. It's right off of 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. It is Toyota of Hollywood. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Brett says 99% of bullies back down when confronted. That bravado covers their cowardice. Oh, what's he talking about? Oh, what was it about? Oh, I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see. Kyle says then after BTC tops around 150 to 200, this bull run, in my opinion, then the bull run comes and then we dump back down. I don't think we'll ever go to the 50. I completely disagree with you on that because it's institutional money. No, I don't think we'll ever even see the 70s again. I think we'll come down, but we'll come down maybe to the 90s to the 100 because we're going to go to 150 to 200. There's no way we're going to go all the way down to 50. No way. No way. No, 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 no. Nope. Won't happen. Won't happen. Because the 401ks and everything are taking over, Kyle. It's the mass adoption takes over. This is a super cycle that we're in. It's not a regular 4-year pump and dump. That's passé. There was no foundational money like there is in the stock market. That's like saying Amazon's going to crash 80%. Not going to happen. Not going to happen anymore. It'll go down 5, 10, 15%, maybe 20 on a monster, but no. I don't think so at all. I don't think so. Definitely no 50s. I don't think we'll see 70s. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think we'll see 70s, to be quite honest. Because it's just I just don't believe that. It's not an asset that's going to be pumped and dumped like it was in its early days, in its infancy, when retail is the only thing that kept it afloat. Retail now will be the minimal part of it. Institutional money from countries, cities, states, and corporations all over the world is what's going to take over. And that foundational base will keep it in the hundreds of thousands for years to come. Not right now on the next step, but for years to come. So I disagree with you. I don't think there will be any more of these prices ever again. That's why I tell everybody, keep buying and keep buying and keep buying, man. Keep buying. Don't stop. And I'm not a financial advisor, but we'll see. We shall see. You know, 4 years ago, he knows it. I was telling everybody banks are going to be shutting down because of what I saw was coming when, you know, the restrictions were lifted from the last president and then it kicked in. I knew banks and then Bitcoin and with everything that went on with the pandemic and our dollar and the printing, I put one and one together and I said, this is over. Branches are going to start disappearing. You can go listen. The videos are there. The videos are there from 3 years ago, 4 years ago that I would say, hey, you know, I don't know, Bill, rest in peace, if he cut up that specific crypto segment or prediction, but it's there. It's guaranteed it's there. And he heard it too, because he was with me on onsite and all that, and I was saying it. Banks would die. And sure enough, banks started dying. And I see the same thing here. Institutional money, my foresight says that institutional money is going to be the base, and it won't allow it to sink to those levels anymore because it's rich people. It's not working stiffs like me that need the money and we've got to sell it so we can pay some bills. Yeah, I don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? But the rich people, they have that luxury and they pass it on and pass it on, and generational wealth that's the way it's built. And that's what Bitcoin is. It's the opportunity of a lifetime for everybody in the world to build generational wealth right freaking now at these prices. At these prices, easily you're building generational wealth, and I'm not a financial advisor. So I said it when it was 16, 26,000, 36,000, 46,000, 56,000, and I'll say it at 66, and I'll say it at 76. You want to build generational wealth? Here's your chance. Unless you're, well off, or you're running a really successful business, that you're set in your ways. Let's bring it full circle. You don't need to change what's going on. You know what I mean? God bless you, man. God bless you. But for the rest of us that are struggling to keep our heads above water, yeah, that's this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Let's see. What else? It was sort of fighting on skates teachers you balance big time. Okay. All right. Let me see. Any other breaking news, Sean? Do we have any breaking news going on? I haven't seen anything on the football side, to be quite honest. And I know some of you asked me this morning, because it hasn't happened. I don't know. Maybe I haven't read everything on the text line, to be quite honest. Has anybody even brought up baseball? I think because these are the hardcores and they get it. I got it on DM today. Some guy goes to me, so you're still not going to talk baseball, and you're not going to rip the team? And I told them, bro, I already ripped them already. I'm done. It's what's there to rip? And so it's like it was pretty cool to see nobody really was. So I told them, no, bro, I'm done with that. I don't care what they do anymore. I'll be back when they show commitment. What? And since I'm never going to do the whole thing like, oh, I'm going to give you a chance to build back up again and all. Not doing that anymore. I'm doing bandwagon. I'm still supporting because I bought a fucking Marlins hat. So, it's not like I'm forgetting my team, but I'm not going to invest my emotions and my time and I did invest my money a little bit. But anyway, my emotions and my time until they invest real money in players. You know what I mean? So yes, I don't care about anything else. I'm happy for Jazz, actually. Go for it. Happy for Jazz. Happy for Jazz. Remember, folks, anytime you're watching or listening, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And in the next day or two, some of you will start getting the colored shirts that you ordered and hats and all that stuff, and signed hats and whatever and all that. I know Cala Joy sent one of your orders. I'm waiting for the second one, but I sent one of your orders because I know you had a signed hat. So it was a big old package, bro, because you got a bunch of bonus there. And everybody got a bonus, bro. Everybody got bonuses. Everybody, you got an extra shirt or hat or something in your order for being so freaking patient and hanging in there with us while we awaited to get all of the product. So it's almost all trickling in pretty much. So I'm able to send most of it now. I've been able to send like 60% of it. We still got a little bit more to go, but it's finally turning the corner. So thank you. And every one of you is getting gifted extra stuff just for it. So you got bonuses coming for you guys. And thank you so much. Really. It's a true blessing. And remember, you could go to our merchandise shop and support our show by buying a shirt, a hat, or something, and helping us survive and thrive here and do our thing every single day. Let's see, Big O. If anyone rips in here, it's True Fin Fan letting an air biscuit fly. Well, I mean, you got to do what you do, and that's his thing. So stand back. As Stevie Nicks would say, stand back, stand back. Let's see. Let's talk Korean baseball. Okay. Anyone? I'll watch a little Olympic boxing. I'm watching a little bit of everything in the Olympics. I mean, dude, do you have YouTube? Like, you get to save like the sports. Yeah. So you individually, they have it where you like save all the sports. So every time a basketball event, it's in there. And so I just go into my basketball and I can watch any game I want. And so if it's cycling or if it's equestrian or if it's whatever the hell they're doing, archery, I don't know, whatever, track and field, which I'm all over the track and field guy. That's my favorite. They actually dove into the Seine today. That's kind of disgusting, bro. I don't care what they tell me about the water levels and all that. That's like telling me we're really approaching 2% of inflation. Sure. How much did you fudge with those numbers? Like you fudge with the numbers of the cleanliness of the Seine. Are you kidding me? You've been pouring sewage into that thing for 1,000 years. All of a sudden, you cleaned it up in a couple of months? Sure. Yeah. They just dropped a whole bunch of Mr. Clean. That's it. Chlorine tablets. Yeah. Mistolin. Mandaron los latinos de Hialeah con Mistolin. All across the Seine. Chico, no? Mistolin. That's it. It's clean. The Seine is clean. It's clean because of Mistolin. Congrats to Simone Biles. Yeah, man. She was kind of pulling her little Carrie Strug moment, wasn't she? Nobody's Carrie Strug, but she had to tough it out with that ankle. It was a calf, right? It was a calf, even though it was kind of wrapped, but it was a calf that was bothering her. But Carrie Strug was literally on one foot. And when she did that vault and stuck that vault, which, by the way, I now go back and look at that, and I look at the cushions that they were landing on and the cushions that they're landing on now, and that shit's like a pillow, bro. It's like poof, and it's like it helps a little bit more. The one that Carrie Strug was landing on, it was more of a mat. A little different than a cushion. You know what I'm saying? A mat, not a cushion. And Carrie Strug, that is for you youngins out there that don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Carrie Strug, Olympics, one of the greatest Olympic moments in U.S. history ever, dude. Okay, and it's not Bella Lugosi, but whatever the name of that coach was, I just think of Bella Lugosi, but it was Bella something, right? Or I forgot the name of that famous gymnastics teacher that he carried her. The image, if I remember correctly, the imaging of it all, he was carrying her. I forgot his name, but I just associated with Bella Lugosi, whatever it was. It was something along those. One of you will goggle it for me there and correct me on whatever the name is. Bella Caroli. There you go. Bella Caroli. Nice job by you. There you go. Bella Caroli. And Troy Francis coming in with a little Caroli. It was what?
His speech to Carrie was, Carrie, we need you to go one more time.
He's Russian, right?
We need one more time for gold. You can do it. You better do it.
That's old school, baby. That's old. You don't do that to kids nowadays. You don't do that shit to no, you don't do that. You better do it. You don't do that to kids nowadays. Carrie Strug, you better do it. But coach, I'm on 1 foot. She was literally on 1 foot. It is one of the most heroic moments in athletic history, not just United States history. Her toughness. Men have a problem admitting this because we're chauvinistic on average. Women are tough, way tougher than we are, bro. Way tougher than we are. All right. My wife carried our daughter like almost 9 months, teaching 200 kids every day at school. And she handled like the delivery like nothing. And she handles motherhood and career and wife. There's no way I can do all that, bro. They're way tougher than we are. Way tougher. We just won't admit it because, we physically stand stronger than them because we can lift more and, we can do those general things. But when we talk about real toughness, women, man, they're a breed apart, dude. They're a breed apart. I know you guys won't admit it, but they are special, brother. Way more special than we are. But anyway, Carrie Strug proved that at that moment. That was just an awesome. So Simone gave me a little Carrie Strug feelings. And and remember, she had to bow out last time. And she felt super guilty about that. And if you caught the interview about that, she talked about how she felt guilty about that. And there was no way she was going to let it happen again. And this is her last one. It's not like she has another one left in her. You know what I mean? She's at a point already and she had to leave it all out there, and she did. God bless her, man. God bless her. But Carrie Strug, wow. That moment will be stuck, etched, engraved, just there, embronzed for the rest of my life. It's one of those moments where jingoistically you just get so filled up with the red, white, and blue at that moment, and you're so proud that she's representing you, Really, really cool. That's the kind of stuff that inspires you to do anything because, my God, the weight of the world is on that young lady at that moment, and she's on 1 foot, man. That is a truly, 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 truly great moment. Big O, I like Stevie Nicks' lyrics, but prefer Against the Wind, Bob Seger. Yeah. I'm older now and still running against the wind. Still running. That's how I feel my life is, like the rest of us. Inflation, we're running against the wind. Food prices, we're running against the wind. Gas prices, we're running against the wind. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about that. I believe Bella was a Romanian. Okay, thank you. What else? What's the shirt? I got Collective Soul on today. It's a really cool shirt, actually. A jersey, which forgot where I saw them. I think I think this concert was at Bayfront. What year? Does it say in the back? I don't see a Gearming, but it must have been somewhere in no, it was at Bayfront. I'm pretty sure it was at Bayfront. Yeah. It was a good concert because it was Collective Soul And it was God, who's that other band that I like a lot? And they were there with them. Google Dolls were the headliner. Collective Soul opened up, and then Shine Down. So it was Collective Soul, Shine Down, Goo Goo Dolls at the Bayfront Amphitheater. That's what it was. Good concert. Good concert. 2016 sounds about right. Sounds about right. 8, 10 years ago. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And so I don't get a lot of jerseys. Usually I buy shirts, but when I was a kid, oh my God, I lived for the jersey. Every time I went to a concert, I had to buy the jersey, not the concert shirt. It was the jersey. In the 70s, it was and 80s, in the 70s and the 80s as concert kids, we had to have the jerseys. That's the key. We spent the extra $2, right? Maybe it was, right? I think it was $8 for a shirt or $10 for a shirt, $10 for a shirt, $12 for the jersey, $8 for a shirt, $10 for the jersey or something like that. Remember when it was really cheap, but now we're running against the wind. Now you go buy a concert shirt and it's $50. Oh man. So yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. Friend of mine was at practice. He said Poyer doesn't look like he lost a step. It's early, man. Let's wait. I think you could get another good year out of Poyer. I think he's got a year out of him, but let's wait. Let's see what happens. The good thing is, I'll give you a nugget on top of that is Elijah Campbell. Elijah Campbell has only made improvements his third year now here with the Miami Dolphins, and he only gets better and better and better. He's versatile. He can cover. He can play in space. He'll hit you. He'll tackle. I really like the development of Elijah Campbell. So in a year where you may play three safeties at times, since you added Marcus May to the mix along with Poyer, along with Holland, you're going to need depth. So I like the fact that Elijah Campbell might be a guy that could help fill in for Poyer to give him a breather, or just in case he does get nicked up, or Marcus May, give him a breather, or if he gets nicked up. Forget Javon Holland. You lose Javon Holland, you're not replacing Javon Holland. Okay. I don't care what anybody tells you, because I've heard people downplay Javon Holland, and it drives me crazy. Personally, it drives me crazy. I know what a special talent looks like. That dude is special. It's like, if you don't know what's gone on the last 2 years with the team that's affected him, it's not an excuse. It's the reality of it. That dude's going to get back to doing special shit. Watch. But I love the Elijah Campbell thing. That's something that's already turned into a little bit of a bright spot, because again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But I do like Elijah Campbell. Okay? So, I will say that. Fleetwood Mac just released a new music collection. To me, the best group of all time. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, Fleetwood Mac is phenomenal, and if that's your favorite, I've got no problem with that, my brother. Knock yourselves out. They are phenomenal, and their music collection is amazing. I saw them many, many times, and I was blessed to see the real Fleetwood Mac several times. And then I saw a couple of times where they didn't have Lindsey Buckingham. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. Once you lost McVie, it really just has that really takes it out of whack completely, and it's just too much. I've seen it without Buckingham, or like the big the what's that called, the Little Lies tour, the one oh man, I saw it twice actually without Buckingham, because the second time they had Mike Campbell and Finn replacing him, but the first go around I saw it in the Sportatorium, that it was the Full Moon, or the one with Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies, that album. They toured without him, and they had every time they've replaced Buckingham, they've used two guitarists. Okay. So one of the things that, when you say best band ever, I'm not going to agree with you on that, but I respect it. But let me give you some respect here. Okay. One man can't replace Lindsey Buckingham. That's how amazing Lindsey Buckingham is. And Lindsey Buckingham, I'll give you this also. Lindsey Buckingham is probably one of the most underrated guitarists of all time. All time. And this reminds me a lot of Spider with Benatar, Neil Girardo, because he plays with Pat and because he's played that music, okay, which I love her music, every bit of it. All right. But it's not necessarily known to be hard rock or metal or whatever. Neil will never be looked at as a phenomenal guitarist. And guess what he is? A phenomenal guitarist. Now, he can shred with the best of them. He just doesn't have to. But obviously his writing skills are second to none because he's written for himself, he's written for others. Jesse's Girl, that's his song. Rick Springfield had the lyrics. Neil Girardo wrote the music. Okay? So, it's just one of those things. And Lindsey Buckingham, because it's Fleetwood Mac, same shit. It's not hard rock, it's not metal. So you're not looked at and you're not viewed like Eddie Van Halen, and you're not viewed, like Jimi Hendrix, because they've got to be the top axe guys because they play harder and all that kind of stuff. That's why George Benson is not ever mentioned, and guys like that who are phenomenal but never talked about. And Lindsey Buckingham is one of those. I've seen Lindsey Buckingham solo on tour, and then he goes and does like a solo guitar, and you're like, whoa, like it's John Mayer. If you didn't know, and you go watch him live, and you're like, whoa, John Mayer, dude, that's impressive. Sometimes we judge them because of the music they play, and we don't think that there are these layers, and they are, man. They are. Just because their genre doesn't call for it all the time or at any time. It's funny. But your boy Buckingham is a monster. Monster. Big O, how did Nick Wright get a job in sports? He just ripped Tua and Colin Coward. Again, I don't know, and I don't care, bro. Teleprompters attempt to make anyone look and sound legit. Well, yeah, if you know how to read it. You know what I'm saying? The people that know how to read teleprompters are the people that you don't know there's a teleprompter there. That's the difference. Another person is ba 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 ba. No, it's a person that can glance and look at the first sentence and then look around and remember it. And that's the trick, my brother. I've been at this for a long time. That's those are the pros. The pros are the ones that do it so smoothly that you can't tell they're reading a teleprompter. So that's when you've got talent, not when you're mechanical and obvious in reading. That doesn't make you look smart, actually. You know what I mean? The smart ones are the ones that can ad lib. The smart ones are the ones that can grab that they just glance at it and they know exactly where it's at, and they know they time it where it's turning, and then they're able to glance at it again on this side and get the next section of words because they've already read it and memorized it. And so all it's doing is kind of refreshing. These are elite memories and minds. But that's there's not a lot of those. You could see them more in the news and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Speakers, there's not a lot of those kind of folks. That's a skill set. I like the fact that Stevie Nicks sang multiple songs with Tom Petty back in the day. Seems like artists supported each other more. Well, I mean, there's just a crossover, you know, that's all. But she did several crossovers, actually. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, but Stevie is a special, special talent. Let's see. No Big O Criolina. That's a trip. All right. What else do we have going on? I don't think there's anything new, unfortunately. All right. We thank Brett, Jeff, John, all the great people out here at Caneswear. Don't forget to come out here and visit them, man. We gave you a nice tour of Caneswear earlier. You know, we should make that a video and upload that and see if, huh? Yeah, let's and let's post it up for ourselves too, so we can show it to people and all that. So give them a tour of Caneswear, and we thank Brett and all the great people out here as always. We tomorrow we'll be back in the afternoon because we've got practice tomorrow at 10:40. So again, tomorrow afternoon, but tomorrow we're at Hialeah Park, as you see there. We have the no regret first bet, so make sure you get your $100, baby. But we'll be out there tomorrow, 3:00. So we'll have some fun at Hialeah Park, man. So make sure you join us. You know it's normally an afternoon, so this one just falls perfectly. If you're at camp tomorrow at practice, wave me down, bro. You know, because I walk around sometimes at practice, or come on over and see us. We're on the far west side of the stands. I'm usually at the top rows. That's where you get a little bit of filtration. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we will see you all tomorrow afternoon. Same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a good one.